What's up, guys? So I thought sitting in my car would be appropriate for a video that talks about travel therapy. So anyway, why am I not doing travel OT? I think first off, there's not enough money, okay? A lot of people say that travel OT is like a huge money maker. You can make so much money, especially if you have tax incentives. So I can't get a tax incentive. I could lie to the IRS and say, use my parents' home or another family member's home and then travel to another location. I know a lot of people do that, but I'm not going to do that. I don't have any, any beef against the IRS. So, but there are a ton of people that do that to get those extra tax incentives. But the thing is, even if you are making like a decent amount as a travel OT, and you are getting like the tax incentives, like the tax stipends for housing, for food, for travel, all that stuff, it's still not like that great. Like maybe if you live in a really rural area, it could be nice. But for the most part, I feel like if you can, I don't know, I've just worked as an OT in like Las Vegas, and I've worked in California, and I think that just if you work per diem or if you just negotiate your wages, you can make a lot more as a travel OT. So for me personally, I don't really think you're making more money unless you're just like in a special area where it's really hard to make more money as an OT. So maybe you're just like, for example, maybe you're working in Florida or like on the East Coast, where I know that OTs like usually won't make as much money. I know Florida for sure. So that can maybe just be hard on you, and maybe you just want to like get out and be a traveler. Then I would say go ahead and do travel therapy so you can make a little bit more money. But I think in general, as a traveler, you're not really going to be making that much more money. So anyway, I'm sorry I talked about that way too long. But the other thing is taxes. Like I think as a traveler, I'm going to save a little bit more on taxes, but I'm not going to claim another residence. So what a lot of OTs do is they will tell the IRS that they live at a home, and to be able to get the tax stipends, you have to live in a home or have a house, and then you have to travel and maybe like rent another house, right? So you're kind of like, you have like two homes, right? You own a home and maybe you're renting a home, or maybe you're renting two homes, and that's what qualifies you to be able to get that tax stipend. And for me, I don't have that situation, and I don't know, it's not that much money to really be worth it for me to even like lie to the IRS and say that like I'm living at my parents' address and then traveling somewhere else. I think the IRS should just really get rid of the stipends altogether. Okay, next is just the inconvenience. It's incredibly inconvenient as an OT or a traveler, especially like me. I have a family, so it's incredibly inconvenient for me to be able to just pack up my bags and leave every 3 months. Now, there's a lot of places that will let you extend and stay 6 months, so that can be nice, but in general, I'm at the point where I'm comfortable. So if I was a new grad, I really wanted to do travel OT, and I think it's still really good for new grads. If you're new or you're single, I think travel OT can be a lot of fun to just see new things and see the world and travel around. But for me right now with a family, like it would be so difficult to move me and my wife and my son. Even before he was in school, it would be really hard to just pack everything up and go every 3 months. So that's another reason, just super inconvenient. Another thing is it's just the job is harder, right? A lot of people want a travel therapist because nobody wants to work there, right? So a lot of SNFs, especially skilled nursing facilities, will want you to work as a travel OT, and all these where just a lot of therapists are quitting maybe. But I mean, there's a lot of jobs where there's just not enough therapists and they need a traveler. And there's a lot of good jobs where you can be a traveler and have a really good job there. And it can be really beneficial to being a traveler because you can learn so much. But I've been working over 10 years, and for me, I think it could still be beneficial, but it's not right now for me because I have a family, I guess you could say. All right, so the other thing is I don't work 40 hours a week, so it would be a little bit hard to have to start working 40 hours a week again as a traveler. So anyway, those are my top reasons why I decided to not be an OT. And I currently work at a hospital and it's a good job. And yeah, I don't see me being a traveler in the foreseeable future. Maybe after I retire, might be a possibility. I don't know. So anyway, I hope you like this video and I hope you have a great day. Thanks.